Namaste, this is Monica and I welcome you to today's practice. So today's Yin Yoga practice is going to be relaxing, but at the same time we are going to definitely work deeper on our connective tissues, on our spine, joints, ligaments. I have included only asanas which are lying down on the back, on the floor, because I wanted this practice also to be relaxing and something that can help you unwind your day. With that, in Yin Yoga, we hold our asanas for a long time. So we follow three principles. Number one, we find an edge. So basically, we explore our body into an asana and we find a perfect balance point wherein it is not way too comfortable, not too uncomfortable for us to hold our asana, and then we stay at that edge. Of course, with time you may find newer edge, a deeper edge, and then you can feel free to move on to a deeper edge. So number two principle is that we hold our asanas for the time that we have decided, and number three is we try and remain as still as possible while we are in the asana. So this is also a practice of stillness and maybe training your mind to be still and be okay with not doing anything and just being, relaxing, watching into things. You can get into witnessing. It is a perfect stepping stone for you to get into meditation practice as well. So I hope you're excited to explore this practice with me. Let's meet on the mat and explore this together. Welcome to your mat. So before we begin this practice, I would like you to grab some props. Like I have bolster, I have cushions, 2 cushions here. You can have 3-4 cushions. You can have a folded blanket, folded towel, folded bed sheets, 3-4 pillows, a pile of pillows. Keep whatever you have around you. So first we will begin with lying down on the back. Maybe a bit of breath awareness. So keeping both of your knees bent, knees hip distance apart, your feet also knee distance apart. And then you can simply place your palms on the side, maybe palms facing up. You can feel your lower back pressing down. Allow your body to loosen up. So even if your knees are trying to fall apart, it's okay. We are not controlling anything. As you relax your body, you can then take your awareness to your breath. And just watch your breath. So there is no interference from your side. You're simply watching, noticing how you're breathing at this moment. This is just an effort from our side to connect. Connect with ourselves, with our body, mind, and spirit. And to bring ourselves back into the present moment. Start to connect with your mat, with the floor, by feeling the touch of your mat and the floor. Start to connect with the space around you. Finding yourself protected, warm, loved in the space that is around us right now. Also maybe feeling the gratitude of having this moment with us right now. When we are able to spend some time with ourselves. And we are blessed to have this time, space. Back to your breath. And slowly start to move your knees one side to the other, slowly. Lifting one hip at a time. You can stretch your legs out, stretch your arms, stretch your whole body and release. Bend your knees, roll over to your right and slowly come up, pressing your left palm down on the mat. So we're just coming up to do a chanting to begin a session. Join your palms together to the heart center. We'll be chanting one Om Tri Shantis. Take a nice deep breath in. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. And as you exhale, you can open your eyes. First, we will begin with a bit of work on our back. So there are two options. You can definitely do it without the prop as well. So let me explain you first with the prop and then I'll explain you without the prop. So I have a bolster. You can have a bolster or 2-3 pillows behind you touching the sacrum, and then slowly place your palms on the bolster or on the side so that we are not exerting our lower back, and slowly start to lie down on your bolster. And once you find yourself nicely settled on your bolster, then you can straighten your knees, big toes together, pointing those big toes out maybe. Now, what do you do with your arms? You can either lay your arms on the side or you can stretch them up. Maybe interlace your fingers, you can bend your elbows, keep them stretched out, depending on what you feel right at this moment for your body. Now, without the prop, if you want to do this, it can be a little challenging to hold for a bit longer, but let me just show you once. So if you're doing it without the prop, you can lift your hips up, place your palms under your hips, palms facing down, stretch your legs out again, point your toes, bend your elbows, and as you inhale, lift your chest up. You can stay here and slowly drop your head back. So you don't have to go all the way higher up. We have to find a edge and stay wherever you think you will be able to hold it for about 3 minutes. Alternatively, you can place a block under your head if you are doing it without the prop, or you can place a cushion. So choose your variation. Now, if you feel you need one more cushion over the block to rest your head, you can do that. Or you can keep a folded blanket in the horizontal position to allow yourself to feel more relaxed. Okay. So once you're here, so your hips are touching the ground. You are having this small arch in your lower back, and that is what we are working on right now. Again, choose the position for your palms. I'm just reaching up, holding my hands. It makes me feel more relaxed, as if I'm lying down on a sunbed. Once you find your edge, allow yourself to surrender. Let all the tension go. There is no need to hold any control. If your feet are falling apart, let them fall apart. Let your arms fall apart. Allow your shoulders to get relaxed. You can sweep your awareness all throughout your body to see if you're unnecessarily holding any tension. We hold our asanas for longer in Yin Yoga, and that's why we don't engage ourselves into muscle engagement, because holding onto your muscles or engaging your muscles are good for short holding of asanas. So allow yourself to relax. A perfect way to stay in the present moment is to continue to watch your breath. See if you can stay connected. Your mind will wander in between. Allow it to wander. It's okay. Just be aware. And once you become aware, you come back to the present moment. breathe in, and as you breathe out, start to loosen up your palms. Bend both of your knees. So if you're doing it without the prop, then you can just simply press your elbows down, lift your head up. If you're doing it with the props, again, press your palms down, start lifting yourself back up, and remove the prop first before we get into another asana. So second asana that we are going to explore is again a back bend. It is going to help you extend your spine, but this time we are going to support only the sacrum part of our back. So for that, again, you can use 2 pillows or the bolster, again lying down on our back. Lift your hips up, slide the bolster under your sacrum, and just place your hips, sacrum back on the bolster. So you can simply stay here. Again, arms position can be up, down, on the side. Alternatively, for your legs, you can either straighten your legs or you can keep them bent. Just see whatever feels more comfortable for you. And at any point, if you feel the bolster's position doesn't feel right, lift your hips up and then change the position of the bolster. Never with your hips on the bolster try to change, because it will affect your lower back. So let's be very safe while we are practicing this. Find, okay, whenever you feel okay, you're comfortable, that's when you choose what you want to do with your legs and arms. Alternatively, if you are not using the bolster, then you can simply keep your arms on the side and lift your hips up. Just find the edge. You don't have to go your 100%, just go to your 60 to 70% of capacity so that you can hold into your asana for about 3 to 4 minutes. So like I said, I'm in a very relaxing mood today, so I'm going to use the bolster. And of course, at any point, if you are starting with bent knees, and any point you feel I want to straighten my knees, then you can do that in between as well, because that is like finding the new edge. When you straighten your knees, you may feel more stretch in your abdomen. You may feel more opening in your chest. So you explore that while you're holding into this asana. And once you find your edge, relax. So if your legs are straight, you'll feel a nice stretch in the groin area as well. May feel a little uncomfortable over the period of time. In between, if you want to bend your knees, you can do that. Just explore yourself fully into whichever variation that you're choosing for yourself. So Yin Yoga looks very simple, but I don't think it is very easy practice, because our mind is not used to doing nothing. And in Yin Yoga, once we get into the asana, it feels like as if we are doing nothing. And then mind kind of like, oh, how can I stay idle for this long? And that's how you train your mind to stay idle. You have control over your mind, and you tell your mind to be still. Relax when you want it to relax. So Yin Yoga is a great stepping stone to also kind of train your mind onto stillness, being comfortable with not doing anything, with inaction. And the passive work is happening. Things are already happening in your body when you're holding on to the asana. It is already working for the benefit of your body. Sometimes surrendering and being patient and not being desperate doesn't mean that things are not working out. Things at the background are still working out, and they will work out irrespective of how you feel about it and what your mind tells you about it. So allow yourself to relax. Let all the tension go off your body. Let all the control go off. Let yourself be free and loose. If you feel any sensation of pain, watch through it and breathe through it. Connect with it. And whatever kind of thoughts crossing your mind, allow them to cross. Keep watching them. If they start affecting you, then watch the effect of those thoughts. If they make you feel happy, sad, angry, anxious, whatever it is, just watching through everything, watching through all the phenomena. We are not resisting anything. What a beautiful opportunity to explore all about ourselves. In Yin Yoga, you get to explore your body, your mind, your reactions. So, a perfect way to move into the self-awareness. And slowly you can press your palms down. If your knees are straight, then bend your knees one by one. Lift your hips up. Move the bolster out or the pillows, whatever you have underneath. If you have nothing underneath, slowly bring your hips back down. Now we're going to relax our spine for a bit, so work on a lower back at the same time. So you can simply bend your right knee, place your right ankle over your left thigh. Over here you can just simply lie down like this. That's okay. Or if you want to go deeper, then lift your left foot up. You may want to take your arms through and hug your under thigh or hug your shin, bringing your left knee a bit closer to your chest. Now if you feel that lifting up your left foot is uncomfortable and you don't want to lift it up for that long, then you can just simply place your left foot over the cushion and hold. If you want to give it more height, you can continue to give it whatever height that you want using the multiple props that you have around you. So just relaxing our spine, bringing it back into its neutral position. At the same time, working on your right hip. So over here, keep your arms relaxed. If you feel that reaching out to your shin or hugging your under thigh is straining your arms, then you can use the belt. And if you find a new edge, then bring your knee a bit more closer to your chest. You can drop your shin. Like I said, once you get into your asana, we are not having any control. We are not trying to have any control. We are just allowing our body to be and relax. And this rule applies only for Yin Yoga. When you are doing active yoga and you hold for 5 breaths, 10 breaths, maybe for a minute, that's when you definitely need all the muscle engagement because you don't want your joints to get affected. While over here, we are working on our joints, ligaments as well, which doesn't really get worked out in the active yoga as much and shouldn't be also because your joints are not very friendly or happy with very repetitive movement. They want passive stretches, and that's what Yin Yoga provides, the passive stretches. And a passive approach to do things and striking the balance between active and passive. Try to touch the stillness within you, the stillness behind your thoughts. And for that matter, what is even our thought? I don't think there's any thought which is our own thought. Any thought that gets into action becomes our thought, because we get thousands of thoughts and all kinds of thoughts, but they're not really our thoughts. And that's the issue. When we start owning our thoughts, we start feeling responsible for them. However, if you bring your thoughts into actions, that's when they become who you are. Otherwise, your thoughts do not define you. Only actions define you. So just allowing, and that's why I say you can allow all your thoughts, all the thoughts, and just watch them as if they are different ideas streaming in front of you, and you can then choose what you really want to do about them, and the choice is always yours. The power is in your hands. And let us change the side. This is a great asana for your lower back as well as for your hip opening. If you have sciatica pain, also it is great. Your doctors, your physio would suggest this asana. If you've been sitting for long hours, this practice will really make your back feel relaxed. It'll help you to get rid of all the stiffness. So in Yin Yoga, once you get into your asana, your job is just to surrender and notice, witnessing everything. There is no doer. The work is already happening by getting into the passive state. All we can do is trust the process. Have faith in the process. And as you exhale, release. Now we are going to get into a side release, lying down on the back itself. You can bring your feet together. Stretch your arms up. You can catch hold of your wrist, or you may want to interlace your fingers. You can choose. So we are going to step our feet to our right without moving our hips. You can place your left ankle over the right one if you want, or place your feet next to each other. And then taking your torso onto your right, so making a banana shape with the body. Feel the side release on the left side. Now usually you can either rest your head on your right upper arm, or your left upper arm. I prefer the opposite direction, but you can choose what you like to do. You can also cross your forearms if that feels more comfortable for you. And slowly you can come back to the center. Let us change the side. Keeping your hips on the ground. We are not lifting any of the hips. Just explore the side release, what kind of stretch you're feeling in your body right now, and how relaxing all of this feels, and how beautiful the art of resting is. Resting is so beautiful. Getting into the relaxed state. And sometimes for our mind, relaxing can feel the most difficult thing to do. You may not find the beauty, may not find it very easy. And if that's the case with you, then trust me, I think you need to do the practice, do the relaxation the most. Because that's how you'll start taking control. And you would be able to think when you want to think and relax when you want to relax, instead of being controlled by a consistent running of your mind, consistent working of your mind, the thoughts. And that is what we call conscious living, wherein you have full control. You are conscious about your thoughts, you're conscious about your actions, you're conscious of everything. And you are deciding and not just being run by a programming or something that we are conditioned to do, or something that our mind is just programmed to do. We're not blindly following it. And with that, let us come back to the center. And we are going to get into a twist. So you can place your arms on either side into the T shape. You can bend both of your knees, bring your knees closer to your chest, and then drop them to your right. Again, place a cushion under your knees, or if you want, place cushion between your knees. Looking at your left palm, maybe spend a minute here. And once you get into your asana, relax and release. Try and listen all the sounds around you, within you. Feel the touch of your body with the ground. Sweep your awareness throughout the body and release. Bring yourself back in the center from here and change the side. You can then come back in the center. Move into the Shavasana if you want. Place a cushion or bolster under your knees if you want your lower back to be supported. Allow your legs to fall apart. So choose your variation. Choose how you want to. And if you are in Shavasana and you're touching any props, just keep them away from you. We don't want our body to be touching anything apart from the mat and the ground. Feeling your whole relaxing energy. And feel this relaxation flowing through you. Your body is sinking down on the mat, getting heavy on the ground. With each exhalation that you take, it gets heavier and heavier. You are continuously connected with your breath. As you inhale, start to feel this expansion in your body flowing to the space around you. And feel as if the whole space around you contracts when you exhale. Coming back to you. Inhale. And exhale, relax. Inhale, expand. Exhale, relax. Inhale. Exhale, relax. You can continue in this relaxation, or if you would like to come out, you can move your fingers and toes gently You can move your wrist and ankles, bring your feet together, stretch your arms up, stretch your whole body. Exhale to release. Bend your knees, roll over to your right. Press your left palm down to lift yourself back up. Moving into the sitting asana, you can close your eyes, feel the practice, feel the benefits and the relaxation flowing through your body. I hope this practice has left you feel relaxed. If you have liked this practice, you can hit the like button. You can also subscribe to my channel. And if you have any questions or any feedback, you can leave me your comments in the comment section. Let us seal our practice together with one Om. Join your palms in the heart center. Take a nice deep breath in. With an exhale, you can open your eyes. Thank you for joining me in. I hope to see you soon again in some other session. Until then, bye-bye. Have a lovely day.